What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another remake video. Today we'll be remaking Young Thug's Just How It Is off of his latest album. This is sort of one of the remakes that I squeezed in. This is my favorite song off of the album, and I just want to remake it, and I just have the session just ready to go. So let's go ahead and put this together. First things first, let's go ahead and change the tempo to 84 beats per minute. And for this, we're going to be working off of a sample that is from a Nick Mira sample pack. The sample is called NM for Nick Mira _ Shepherd 84 beats per minute, or 84 because that's the tempo. And this is what the original sample sounds like. Alright, so that's obviously not the right pitch or key for the song. So what Weezy did, the producer, he just took the transpose and just transposed it down 7 semitones, and then we get this.
Weezy out of here.
And then you get the main melody for the entire record. So we're just going to go ahead and add in some processing to this loop right over here. Weezy did actually use the entire loop over here, and he didn't really chop it up that much. We're just going to go ahead and cut it out at the end over here. And to start off, we're going to go ahead and just add in an EQ. So we're going to go EQ, and we're going to cut out a lot of the low end to leave room for our bass. But I'm just going to cut back the cut over there. We'll have a little bit of the bass in. And then we're going to boost a little bit in the mid-rangey just to bring out that guitar sound. So we're just going to go something like that. Sounds good, just brings out the tone of that guitar. Next, what we're going to do is going to bring in some distortion on this overdrive. And we're not going to do too much. We're just going to do just a little bit of crunchiness to this. Just beef it up just a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and add in some chorus. We're going to go to modulation chorus. We'll use this preset over here, but we're just going to pull down the mix a little bit. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and add in some verb. It's a beautiful melody. And so that's pretty much it. We just added all those effects, and we get a sound or tone similar to the one in the original record. Alright, so let's go ahead and lower that up quite a bit. And let's go ahead and bring in Logic's EXS24 sampler instrument. And let's bring in our Just How It Is drum kit, make it nice and loud. And we're going to bring in our first sound, which is the clap. And we're just going to put this on the 2s and 4s. So it's going to go over to my pencil tool. Because it is a slow tempo, we're not putting it on the 3s. 2s and 4s this time. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate this track. And then we're going to go ahead and put in that high-pitched sound that you hear on the record. So let's go ahead and put that sound in. It comes right after the clap. Something like right there. Just bring up the velocity here. Let's go ahead and duplicate that over the next clap. Let's just duplicate that over. Oh, I did not do that right. Let's push that back. Push this over. All right, next let's go duplicate this track. Let's go ahead and draw in the hi-hats. not much to this song, as you're going to see. There's just a couple of tracks, and that's what makes this track so, in my opinion, really great and big sounding, because it's so minimal, yet it's full. It's just a beautiful record. Next, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the brush tool, and we're going to brush in 16th note hi-hat repeat, just like that. And then we're going to start working off with the sort of the flow that Wheezy put in there, or the bounce. All right, so the hat drops out here after the clap. Then over here we get a quick stutter. We're going to change this over to 30-second note repeat, or sorry, 30-second note value. And then the hi-hats go out here. I like the stop and go hi-hat in this song, the pattern at least. Then over here we get another stutter. These hi-hats come out. We get another stutter over here. And these two come out. And that pretty much just loops itself for the entire record. All right, next, all we got to do is bring in an 808. So let's go ahead and create that 808 using one of our presets here. We'll create a new software instrument track. We're going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. We're going to bring in that 808 preset that we like to use in a lot of remakes. We're going to turn down the analogness down. And let's just start off with that, and then we'll manipulate the sound in a little bit. Let's go ahead and just draw in that pattern. Let's go down to a nice low octave. I'm going to start off on the E. Let's go ahead and just take the pencil tool here, change this back to an eighth. We're going to go up to a G. Let's go ahead and duplicate that over. Duplicate that over once again. Go down to a C. All right, and now on this 808, let's go ahead and open up the ES2. And what we're going to do right here is just going to pull down the resolution right over here, resonance, I mean. We're adding some drive. Adding some distortion. Get that Wheezy 808.
Wheezy out of here.
I'm going to pull up the attack a little bit so it's not as clicky. Just a little bit. And I'm going to pull down the release. All right, next let's go open up a EQ, and we're going to cut out a lot of the high end. And that's pretty much the beat right there. I'm just going to go ahead and arrange it for the 24 bars that we have right here. I'm just going to go ahead and duplicate this over. We're going to get this. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to cut out all these three instruments here to the 808. Get that. And then we're going to go ahead and just copy this over. Like that, just 3 times over, and that's pretty much the 24 bar loop in the track, and it just repeats itself. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Listen to the remake we just put together, Young Thug's Just How It Is. So that right there is Young Thug's Just How It Is. As you can tell, it's a very simplistic type of track. You got a guitar and a couple of drum tracks. You don't need too much to make a hit record, and this, in my opinion, is a really good record. Love the vibe to it, love the sound to it, and it just worked really well with Young Thug's voice. Just something to keep in mind as you're making beats for artists or rappers or whatever it may be. You don't have to overcrowd the beat. Give it some space, leave it some space for the rapper to come in, sprinkle in his own sauce, and sort of give that own sound and let his vocals be like an instrument in its own right and fit right into the pockets of the song. So that's it right there. That's Young Thug's Just How It Is. For you Logic users out there, I'm going to go ahead and save this entire session for you guys. Place that as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For you non-Logic users out there, got your back as well. I'm going to go and export all the MIDI stems, audio stems, and of course the drum kit that we used in this tutorial. You can find that entire playback in the description box below this video. That's it for me. Hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Later. Peace.